Hello again. Well, as you can see from the last video, I haven't gotten very much further with my Jet Ranger. I've had a few jobs going on in the house, so I decided to concentrate on getting those done. So anyway, I can get back to the Jet Ranger. I have gotten a few bits and pieces done. I'll show you where I'm up to now. I got these chrome finished exhausts, scale exhausts from Vario UK, so I think they're going to look quite good, you know, when the helicopter's finished. They're glued into place now, but obviously they'll be masked off when I come to repaint the fuselage. Got these vents put in. Quite difficult to do those, not as easy as I thought. Keeping the distances right, you know, from the edge to the fuselage and the distance apart and the distance from the exhausts wasn't as easy as it looked, but that's another job that's done anyway, so I can forget about that. When I got the scale exhaust, I also got a Jet Ranger fittings kit from Vario UK, and you get various bits and pieces included in that kit. You get hinges and other stuff, so I've got these glued on, the same on the other side, and also what you get is this, I'll just hold this up into place, it's a Bell Jet Ranger 3 badge. Now that gets glued on round about that sort of area, and that's painted silver when it's done, so it'll stand out a little bit better than what it does there. It's a yucky grey colour at the moment, but as I say, that'll be painted silver, so that's something else to go on, you know, when the helicopter's just about finished. What else have I gotten done? Yes, I've gotten the window bars glued in at long last, and the other side ones in there, you can just see through the fuselage. Decided to try to fit the windscreen. That went on no problem whatsoever. There was very little trimming involved to get the windscreen to fit, which I was pleased about in a way, because I don't know what it is, I hate cutting that stuff for some reason. Now, down to the front of the fuselage, what I did was I got these scale vents from Vario UK. You see these fitted on, well, most of the Jet Rangers have these on, and I believe the Long Ranger has these fitted as well. You get 3 in a pack. You get 2 of these, and there's a little oblong one which fits on here on some models of the Jet Ranger, but if the I don't think the Jet Rangers have them both on. They've either got these on or they've got the oblong one up the top there, but I think that it looks better with these on anyway, so I went ahead and glued those on. I also made a battery box cover here. Now, I was intending to make this hatch open, but I've decided not to. I think it's just going to be too fiddly for to do that and time consuming, you know, the time it'll take me to get that to open and you know, get the plywood insert on the inside, the time that'll take. I could get so much more done with the helicopter, so I've decided not to do that. But what I have decided to do was, which I mentioned in one of my other videos, I was talking about making this hatch here open to gain access to the you know, the glow driver, fuel point, on-off switch and charging jack. Now, I had originally decided against that because I didn't think there would be enough room inside the fuselage when the mechanics and the exhausts fitted in there. But I've been taking some more measurements inside the fuselage. You'll have to excuse my hammer inside there. I put that in there to keep the fuselage level when I'm working on it. Obviously with the mechanics not in there, it's tail heavy at the moment. But as I say, I've been taking some more measurements, and I think I can just about get away with making this hatch open, you know, to gain access to the various bits and pieces that I need to, you know, in order to start and refuel the helicopter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think the principle for this will be the same as what I did on my my BO105. If we just come across and have a look at that here, I don't know if I've showed you this before, but I actually made this hatch open on the BO105. I just used a couple of Dubro hinges, bolted into place with some very small nuts and bolts, which you can see here. Open the hatch, and what you've got inside is you've got quite simply a plywood box with an open front, a box without a top, if you like, and the open end is glued onto the inside of the fuselage, as you can see, and that gives you access. You know, this is the charging jack here for recharging the batteries. You can see the on-off switch there, the glow driver, and I've got my refueling point here, just a case of pulling the hose out. This hose goes directly to the tank. Just pull the bung out, refuel it, put the bung back in, and then all you do is you just, you know, just push the hose back into there like that. That goes into there. You just push your charging lead cable back in, close the hatch, and a couple of turns on that small screw there, and that's it, you're ready to go. So I think probably what I'll do is I'll use a similar sort of idea with the Jet Ranger for closing the hatch. Oh, I've got some, I've just remembered there a while ago, I got some small magnets from John White's models, so I think I may use them. I don't know, I'll have to see. Right, just carrying on with the hatch, what I've done is I've got these operating hinges. They're fully working hinges here, again from John White models. They'll go on, they're held on in place with little screws. They'll be fitted round about here and here, just to, you know, obviously if I'm making the hatch open I need some form of hinges, so I think they're, you know, they're scale Jet Ranger hinges anyway, so I think they should look the part when they're on. What else have I gotten done? Yeah, as I was saying in one of my other videos, when I've built up the vertical fin and the horizontal fins, they're a different colour to the rest of the fuselage. I don't know if you can pick up the colour difference on the camera, but the vertical fin is a lot brighter white than what the fuselage is, so unfortunately the whole thing is going to have to be painted. I got the Jet Ranger decal sheet. I got this from Martin Briggs models, and I had just hoped to apply the decal sheet straight to the fuselage. You know, that would be the last job when everything was done, to put that straight onto the fuselage. But unfortunately, as I said, it's going to have to be painted first, which is a pity. But as you know, there's nothing I can do about that. But luckily, I've got the equipment for to paint the fuselage. It shouldn't be too hard to do. I've got an air compressor and a spray gun, and I've got some activator. I'm not sure where that is. Yes, paint activator here. So I just need a 1/4 litre of white paint from my local car accessory shop. Mix in the activator, put it in the spray gun, spray the helicopter, and let it dry, and then I can get the decal sheets, the decals applied. Now they're not as easy as they look to apply. I've put quite a few decal sheets on for people in the past, and these decal sheets, they don't like curved surfaces here. It's very easy to get blisters and wrinkles in those, so I'm just going to have to take my time with that and get those on. But as I say, I'll just soak the whole fuselage with water, you know, and apply the decals, and you just slide them around on the fuselage till you get them where you want them, and then you just start and pat them down and just dry any excess water off with a paper towel, you know, and then just a case of letting the decal adhesive go off. I think it takes about 2 days or something to cure fully, so that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. I'll get that done. As I said, I've applied these decals before, and it's more time consuming than anything else. Another thing that I got made was, I've been looking for some of these on the internet and I couldn't find any anywhere, and these are what's called static vents, and these is fitted on the Jet Ranger. They go on the front round about here. You get one here and there's one goes on the other side, and as far as I'm aware there's something to do with giving airspeed indication on the full size model, or there's some sort of sensors anyway, so I'll get them glued on as well eventually. But as I say, I think the next biggest job that I'm going to do on the Jet Ranger, which I need to get out of the way, is to get this hatch done. As I say, I've got the knife, the soldering iron converted for to do that, and I'm hoping to start this very soon. I've got the, you know, as I say, I've got the knife, I've got the plywood for to do the insert on the inside, I've got the hinges here for to make the hatch open and close, so I'll hopefully get a video of that done when that's finished very soon, and you can have a look at that and see what you think. So hopefully I'll talk to you then. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks again, bye.